Hi, I'm Spencer Haywood, NBA legend. In the aspect of I'm Haywood versus the NBA, I went to the U.S. Supreme Court, and I played for 15 seasons. I'm a Hall of Famer. And whatever you do, check out Scoop B Radio.
He's a legend, so it's only right he comes on Scoop B Radio. Spencer Haywood joined us. Brother, what's going on?
Oh, everything is beautiful, man. Just being here. I got an emergency on my phone because seeing all of my former players and everybody, my heart rate went up, and they was telling me, oh, you better slow down. So it's a beautiful day. It's a wonderful time. Then seeing you, Scoop B Radio, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, listen, we're going to make sure your heart rate goes down because we're going to have good, meaningful conversation.
That's all good. All is good. But to see all of the draft picks that are on the floor over at Thomas and Mack, and to think that I have something to do with that, because I am Haywood versus the NBA, which is a U.S. Supreme Court ruling that took place in 1971, March 1st, Haywood v. NBA. And now they're changing the ruling over from early entry, one and done, hardship, to the Spencer Haywood rule. So the players will get a chance to know that I have made a contribution of their well-being and our well-being in this country as black people, up to $60 billion from 1971 until today.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And that's a blessing because, you know, I started off on that case just trying to get my mother out of the cotton field. And just look where it has grown and how much it has created the wealth. And I was talking with LeBron James, and he was just talking about, wait a minute, you know, we got Rich Paul, we got all of these guys who, like, from one person, you have created all this. So he and Kevin Garnett have been like a couple of guys amplifying my voice 1,000-fold. So I'm so proud to be alive and well, and that I'm just blessed, man.
Tell me something. LeBron breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's longtime scoring record. Do you in your lifetime, or even in your grandkids' lifetime, believe that LeBron's record will ever be broken?
Oh, he's going to add to the record, but you also have to think he would not have broken that record if he didn't have 4 extra years that Spencer Haywood provided for him. Because before I came along, you had to wait for 4 years before you got into the pros. So LeBron was able to come in out of high school, so he's got 8,000 points plus because of what I've done. And so it is a beautiful thing to see, and to see Kareem is on the acceptance level that says, well, you know, he broke this record, because all of these records are going to be interesting. But LeBron he's been this special person, and when I see him and when I'm close to him and we talk, it's a godly thing, and me and him both recognize the godliness within each other, and he is so special. And all these young guys are real special, but I mean, I have that special feeling. I have the special feeling with Kevin Garnett. I have some special stuff for some people that appreciate me. And LeBron has done one of the pieces that was on Showtime called The Rule. He did it on Spencer Haywood. KG has been doing good stuff about me. All of these players, Kevin Durant, my Seattle Sonic boy, these guys been like showing me so much love, man. I'm getting younger because they showing me what I've waited for since 1971, and this is almost 54 years now.
You know, age is how you feel.
Age is how you feel, exactly.
Kevin Garnett came into the league at 18 after playing his last year at Farragut Academy in Chicago. Are there any players in today's game, skill set wise, that remind you somewhat of Kevin Garnett?
Well, I can say some skill wise, but there's something more to Kevin Garnett than just skill. He's got the grit. He's got the dog in him. You know what I mean? That it makes you special. And then he's a Chicago guy, but he was brought up in the cotton field, so to speak. Not, I'm just saying down south. So something about sometime us guys who grew up in the South early and then moved to the city when we was in our teenage years, that we have an edge and a chip. So,
And he had the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Southern and city.
That's your point. That's reality. That's history.
Victor Wembanyama was the first overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. You're seeing a lot of tall guys, 7'5.5" in his case, that can do a lot. You're even seeing it with Jokic in Denver, where he leads the team in assists. Do you think that this renaissance of big men is here to stay for a bit?
Yes, it is, because basketball can't survive with guys just shooting threes, because you can guard the three-point line, so you're going to have to go inside with the ball and put it back out. I think it's a disgrace, that's just my opinion, that Boogie Cousins is not playing in the league, Dwight Howard is not playing in the league because of they said, well, we don't want to play big guys. It slows down the motion. No, you can throw it inside. If they sag, throw it back out, and you got a good easy three. But analytics is sometimes,
Ain't it?
you know, it makes people have jobs that shouldn't have them.
Tell me about Lionsgate and Spencer Haywood.
It's a full-fledged movie. They are putting up the big bucks. One of my producers, executive producers, is Vassell Benford, is a regular big mogul of Hollywood mogul. And the other one is Mark Canton. Mark Canton has all of the series, Power 1, Power 2, BMF, all of that stuff. He owns all of that, and he also owns 300, and he's an executive with the movie industry. So, and then we have my last guy on this deal is Terrell Harris. Terrell Harris is Tobias Harris' father, the agent. Yeah, so
He's a big deal.
he's a big deal. So that's my crew on this deal, and it is we ran into the writer's strike, so we have to slow down. But this is not a documentary. This is a made-for-motion picture movie that's in theaters. So I'm following my big boy George from
Okay.
the Olympics.
Yes, sir. I sat down with him a couple of months ago. Who can play you?
Well, there was the original guy, but I mean it didn't work out with Will, because I mean things just blew up on his side of things. They are looking at Adonis, Jay Ellis, and now my guys that I'm bringing up to the picture, because I'm one of the producers, I like Dwyane Wade.
So Dwyane Wade playing you?
I like Dwyane Wade. I like Kevin Garnett.
So I got to take a step back.
These are my guys that I like. I'm personal, so I got a personal stake in this thing.
He's married to Gabrielle Union, who is an actress.
So that brings back any memories with me and Iman?
Yeah, sort of, kinda, actually.
Yeah, actually.
If you told Gabrielle to give him some tips on how to play
She
you,
already done told me that she would practice, she would get him ready, she would have him ready for the shoot. We talked about it at the All-Star game in Salt Lake City. We spent time together. She said, I will get him ready. And I believe her.
I do too.
And I for some reason, I don't know why, I keep looking at him and saying, I'm watching him in the bed, you know, with the pillow, with the new bed thing that they're doing, and I'm saying,
But he got to rock the furs. He got to be. He's got the fashion down pat.
yeah, but he can do the fashion, because I was there with the fashion industry with Iman. So, but he's interesting. And we're going to have a roll call for a lot of athletes who want to try to play that role. But my favorites too is I'm throwing them out. And maybe because they from Chicago.
You got to think for Chicago.
No, I sure do.
But Kevin Garnett playing you, that would be an interesting. Were you as vocal as he was back then?
Yeah. Yeah, but because I just came out of the Supreme Court and I was branded as this militant, so I had to be really careful in what I said and how I said it. But yeah.
Fair enough. Brother, you have schooled me on a lot, and I appreciate you for your time.
Thank you.